I'm gonna start the video by saying good evening, everyone. Obviously I'm not gonna say it's good afternoon because by the time I was shooting this video it was 22:47. So there's something that just caught my eye on EURAUD, and it just made me realize, just made me look the pair in a different manner. The very first thing is that on daily we are bearish. This was a correction and we had an impulse. This could also be a correction that could call for another impulse, and the very first thing is, another thing is that we're having these daily highs, and this one was broken, meaning that now we're having these two, as this is our daily low and this is our daily high, right? And daily high. But in most, you by now, if you have been following me, you would know that I really use your support and resistance and so forth, but I do use these turning point levels. But the very first thing, another thing, why am I saying the very first thing? I'm saying it too much. You can see where we are currently with the market is that we had a break and retest, not even a break and retest, but a pullback for the 61.8, right? And it will really be clear on the 4H when we see this is where the move started, this is where the move started. Could possibly have it like this, but it doesn't really matter, because what I want to show you is how we came back to reject on the 61.8 level, kind of there. And also this is where we also having this type of level just right here, and giving that and having the rejection strictly here and since so many times, makes you realize that there's a lot that we need to take note of. So I am gonna release that, and I'm gonna show you that on a 4H we had this as an impulse, that we could possibly having this as a correction, right? As a full-blown correction starting from here and coming back to here, and from there on a 4H perspective we're still bullish because we're still having this as our 4H high low, right? Let me just do this right now, because since I will be posting and a lot of people will not be seeing this, right? Daily with this text I will say daily we are bearish, right? Number one, I'm gonna make it as big as I can. 4H we are bullish, meaning wait, right, to align. At 1H we're already turned bearish, and that literally shows you that we could be having one of those good high probability setup and really about to start, because we're at a point where daily is rejecting, daily is showing a continuous movement to the downside, but 4H could literally be having something like this whereas price can go up, right? But at this point where we are, we could be anticipating such a move, right, to the daily low. And I'm not saying it's 100% setup, but I'm saying it's a high probability setup, because this could possibly happen. We could be seeing the market pushing to the downside and coming back down. I know I've posted a reel. If you can go to our Instagram, I've posted a reel and it's a bit different to what I'm showing you now, but that is to just show you how the market, how you can see both scenarios and also be able to take whatever that works for you, right? It's either we're gonna have such where price does go down, or we could be having something like this where price continues to go up based on the 4-hour level, right? Based on the 4-hour level. And since I've already shown you on 4H, I'd like to show you on 1H, right? You can see that price was trying to push to the upside, but it failed. Came back and created a double bottom on the 1H perspective or 1H time frame, and that also shows you that we're having more sellers than buyers at this point in time. And if I can take this for a break and retest level, that's why if you were paying attention, you've seen that we were kind of holding a sell yesterday, but we took 50% profits before the market pushed to the upside. And from here, I think this was just a 30-minute entry, as the 30-minute higher low was broken and retested. And this is literally how you can just look into the market and see, okay, this is how you can take these type of entries. And if your entry, by the time you get to here, it's giving you a 1:2 already, you've been secured with your break even, could take 50% of your profits, and targeting the 4H high low, so that just in case if the market doesn't get there, then you could be taking that that buy. If the market does reject here, then you can take that buy. So at this point, we are having these levels. I think they're better off if we are pointing them on a 1H, on a 4H rather than 1H. We have this one higher low, not a higher low perspective, not a high low because it didn't break, not a high low because it didn't break, but you can take note of this. But this is a high low because we created a new high, right? And if price can come back here and decide to continue, then it is understandable. But if price decides that it will come back here and break and then come back in this manner, then we could see price coming back once again to do this similar structure and completing this entire move. And this entire move, if you were to check the number of pips from where we are to the bottom there, it's 500 pips. It could take weeks, it could take a month, but if we do break, just know that you can keep on adding and adding and adding and adding. That's all there is to know at this point. So please do keep track of this. Most probably next week I will, not even next week, on Sunday when I post another video, I will come back to analyze, and hopefully we would have already reacted to this 4H, either reject or break. That's all we want to see, because we don't want to get to a point of having to see the market consolidate for a very long time, not knowing what is happening. Because if it starts consolidating and not giving structure, then I no longer want it. I no longer want to see what will possibly happen. So this is the first scenario. This, and then this would be the second scenario. So comment right down below which scenario you're going with, and that is all I wanted to show you guys. Cheers, enjoy the rest of your week and be profitable.